Hi there. I think this video is gonna be a little tough for me to make. It's been a year since I started this whole cancer journey, and I didn't know that I would still be on it, Like I said, when I did the surgeries, I assumed that would be it, it would be over. But I'm still on it. And I think it just dawned on me that I might be on it for a while. This is not just a phase, get on the bus and get off. So in this video, it might be kind of long. I'll be talking about the positive and negative impacts of going through what I have been through. Basically, my life experiences. Everybody has family issues. So I've had my own fair share of them. Started when I was a little younger. I'm bringing that up not because I want to dive into my family issues, but mostly because that was where my faith issues started. I started to believe there was no higher power. I don't know. After a while, last year, I went through a really, really painful breakup. And 2 days after, I found out about the cancer. I guess you all know that story already. And I was waking up this morning and I'm like, what really has changed? What have I improved in? What has gotten worse in the past year? Thinking about it, I'm going to start with the negatives. I definitely cry more. I cry a lot. Which doesn't help because previously, before this whole thing, I was already a crybaby. I used to cry at everything. Now I'm just way more emotional. I can't really think of a lot of negatives. Mostly because, I started a path of thinking about seeing the silver lining in the clouds a few months back. So it's really hard for me to I could possibly pick and choose a lot of negatives, but what will end up happening is that I will end up seeing those things lead into a positive thing. Like, 3 surgeries. I had one of my surgeries late September, then I had one late November, and I had the third one a week later, early December. That was a lot of negatives, mostly because it was just pain after pain after pain. For the last maybe 5 months of last year, I was in pain. And a lot of people would see that as negative. But I see it as strength. I am definitely stronger. Not as a person, not that I'm using strength as a metaphor. I'm definitely stronger physically. I have a threshold for pain. I'm not saying pain doesn't still hurt. It hurts, but I have a higher threshold. And it's not even with the surgery. It's more with the biopsies. Those biopsies they're really something. And they're supposed to numb you before they start, but it was never numbed. I never felt any numbness. I felt everything. And forgiveness. Before, I was already a forgiving person. But it used to take a lot out of me to be like, you know what, I forgive you and I forget. But since this whole thing started, I realized I don't have too much time to stay angry. I don't have too much time to stay on an issue. This journey has taught me that life is too short. People make mistakes. And if they're willing to admit their mistakes and, become a better person, why not give them a chance? So I've definitely learned, I've forgiven a lot of people. I have asked for forgiveness from a lot of people when I felt like I was at fault, because I'm not perfect. I make a lot of mistakes. And I admit them, which is very big of me, because usually I'm like, no, I shouldn't be the one to ask for an apology. So definitely I have become a more loving, forgiving person. And why I'm saying the positives that I've learned is because I want people to be able to learn these things without having to go through what I went through. I don't want life to punch you in the, before you start to learn life's lessons, because that's what had to happen to me. I wasn't having it. I lost my faith. I wasn't trying to forgive people. I was so strong-headed about a lot of stuff. But another important thing that I learned is that not everybody would like you. Not everybody would appreciate you. And not everybody would see you for the person you're trying to become. A lot of people look at you when you're trying to do good for yourself. They call you fake. They call you, because you're not acting like them. You're fake. Because you don't believe words that come out of your mouth, you're a bitch, basically. I realize that people these days don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to see you do better than them. I know I might sound, I don't know what's the word, but it's the truth. I learned that I can't please everybody, which is so me. Even till today, even though I learned it, even till today, I still try to please everybody. Including people I know that hurt me to the deepest level. I still want to call them up and be like, you know what? Maybe you were right. I want to take blame for something they did. I always try to make sure everybody around me is happy with me. And I learned that it's not possible, is it? Everybody cannot be happy with you. So that's definitely one of the few lessons I learned in the past few months, is that I cannot please everybody. I cannot make everybody smile. I'm going to have disagreements. But like I said, along with that, I also learned to just squash disagreements. Once both sides are willing, I squash it. I mean, what's basically the point? An overview of what my past year has been like. I definitely learned more in the past year than I've learned my entire life. Which says a lot, because I know a lot of people hear cancer and they want to think of it as a negative thing. But the thing is, I've learned to appreciate life. I've learned to appreciate life for exactly what it is. I do not take it for granted anymore. I'm improving myself. And granted, I might not have too long of a time to do it. I am going to do it for as long as I can. Because life is beautiful. And I don't care if I have 1 year left. I don't care if I have 5 years left. I don't care if I have 6 months left to live. I'm going to appreciate every minute of it. I'm starting school next week, guys, at ISU. I am very excited. I got my own car. I call her Clementine. It's a 98 Toyota Camry. And it's so invigorating to have your own car, to say the least. That's the best word I can find for it. I'm ready for year 2014, 2015. I'm ready to meet new people, make new connections, share my story to a larger crowd. Because even though I die tomorrow, I want my legacy to live on. I want people to be able to say, I remember Ade. She was a very strong girl. Regardless of what she was going through, she kept that strength going. So, friends, family, whoever is watching this video outside, if you watch my videos, you're no longer an outsider. You're my friend, because I'm very friendly. I love you guys. See you next video. Whenever that is. I can't really say, because I'm going to be so into starting school. But I will keep up, I promise. Thank you, loves.